Several years ago, I found myself working the night shift as a custodian at a middle school. My job involved cleaning a long, U-shaped wing full of classrooms every weeknight. The routine was simple: clean the classrooms and lock up the doors. However, one night, something happened that still sends shivers down my spine. On this particular night, I had already locked up one set of doors in the wing and was about to secure the other end. I had been cleaning there for hours, and I was completely alone in the dimly lit hallways. As I made my way around the wing, turning off lights and making the classroom spotless, I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. Then, as I reached the end of the hallway where the doors connected to the rest of the school, something inexplicable occurred. I turned off the lights, and in the darkness, I saw a shadowy figure. It looked like a child, and it moved swiftly from one side of the hallway to the other. My heart raced. What made this experience truly unsettling was the fact that I had already locked all the doors, and I knew I was the only one in that section of the school. It was a bizarre and hair-raising moment. Feeling a sense of dread, I quickly locked the doors that led to the rest of the school. In a state of heightened anxiety, I rushed to my car and sped away. This incident wasn't the only strange occurrence I had encountered while working the night shift there. Over time, I had often felt like I was catching glimpses of strange things out of the corner of my eye. This particular incident, however, was the most vivid and eerie of them all. It left me deeply unnerved and questioning what I had witnessed. Eventually, I decided that it was time to move on from that job, seeking a workplace without such spine-tingling experiences. I once had a job working as a nighttime security guard in a museum. I had heard many spooky stories about the place, but I didn't pay them much attention. Getting the job was easy, and I started working there without any concerns. However, after just 3 days on the job, something incredibly eerie happened that would change my mind. On that fateful third night, as I was doing my rounds, I heard a beeping sound coming from one of the motion sensors. At first, I brushed it off, thinking it might be a malfunction, or perhaps a small animal had triggered it. I reset the sensor and continued my patrol. But within a matter of minutes, something far more unsettling occurred. All the motion sensors in the museum started beeping simultaneously. I rushed to the area where the alarms were going off, and that's when I saw her. A woman with long, dark hair was standing right in front of me. Startled but maintaining my composure, I politely asked, "What are you doing here, miss?" She didn't respond. I repeated my question, but she silently moved behind a wall in the hallway. I cautiously followed her, but when I turned the corner, she had disappeared without a trace. This inexplicable encounter sent chills down my spine. It was as if she had simply vanished into thin air. Frightened by this ghostly apparition, I knew I couldn't continue working in that place. The very next day, I decided to quit my job, and, with a trembling voice, I shared my bone-chilling experience with the museum administration. The events of that night would forever remain etched in my memory, and I was done working at the museum.